Good afternoon. My name is Scott Rutler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Lab.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人赵冰晶，在纽约向您问好。今天是12月14号，星期三。市场关注两大焦点事件，一是下午2点公布的联储加息会议，另外一个就是特朗普与科技巨头的会议。今天下午纽约时间2点，联储发布了利率纪要，宣布提息25个基点，并且预计在2017年可能会加息3次，基本符合市场的预期。但是在联储加息决议公布之后，主要股指先是小幅上扬，随后呢道指急速下跌，超过了100点。而另外一个受人关注的板块呢，就是科技板块。今天在第5大道特朗普大厦上，新晋总统特朗普会见了包括苹果 CEO Tim Cook 以及亚马逊 CEO Jeff Bezos 在内的10大科技巨头的 CEO。那么联储的加息决议将会如何影响市场？而特朗普与科技巨头的会面能否拯救科技股的低迷局势呢？我们来进入今天的焦点采访。Scott, Fed approved the 25 basis point interest raise and forecast 3 hikes in 2017. Earlier during the session, we saw Dow was flirting with 20K a little bit, but later on in the afternoon, Dow dropped almost 100 points, which is quite a big downside move lately. So what was the reason? What scared the market?
I don't think anything in particularly scared the market, right? What was debatable was 2 or 3. So when it came out with 3, okay, that was a little bit more hawkish than dovish, right? So as a trader, I'm sitting on the floor, I'm saying, what am I going to do, with basically the hawkish playbook? So what I did right away is I bought JP Morgan. The banks started to go. But the question was, would the banks lead the market to Dow 20,000, or because of the strong dollar, would oil get hit? Would some other interest rate sensitive sectors get hit? And basically the banks couldn't do it on their own. So anyway, you look at the chart of the S&P cash. All right, look what happened here. Okay, not the end of the world. Look at the size of the move. Remember this descending trend line break here? And then remember the commitment to it. This was your buy area right around here. Then your next buy area was when it broke out above this 22.14. So this was your extension. So what do we get today? First trade below a prior low in a while. And we're still just around the 8-day. So I think traders that trade actively don't want to be buying a day one down. We need to prove that this holds and we don't see a little further downside, because sometimes one down day leads to 4 or 5. So we need to see what happens here. So I don't think you need to be in a rush, especially if you made good money on the rally. Let me just show you one more thing, the diamonds, which correlates to the Dow. Look at this move that it's had. All right, look at the move since breaking the descending trend line. Here, letting the 8-day catch up, the breakout right here. So this is the first down day. And look, it's not even at the 8-day yet. So let's hope, or I'd love to see it get here. And if it gets here, maybe that's when you try and enter for a better move into year end or first quarter next year.
Well, technology has been underperforming since the election. Today, there's a big meeting between President-elect Donald Trump and tech CEOs. We saw Jeff Bezos and Donald Trump talking, laughing. You think this could save technology's destiny?
I think maybe puts it back in play and acting better, because there was definitely some concern on the rhetoric between the tech titans and President-elect Donald Trump, especially with Amazon. So I'm actually in Amazon options from a few days ago before the rally. The Qs actually tried to act strong during the afternoon sell-off. So I don't think we're going to be in crazy corrective crash mode like everyone's saying out there. But the question is, do we get a few days of weakness before the market tries to rally again? And I think tech is going to give us some clues. Okay, so right here, not the end of the world. Okay, here was your breakout, okay, prior to today, and as of now, we're still holding it, and we're above the 8-day, we're above the 21 days. So a little work above this would go a long way for better movement. We also saw some life in like Facebook and some of the others, and all in all, not falling apart here. Okay, so if it can continue to go sideways here, at some point, it might be able to break above this into the end of the year. Same thing with Apple. We got to find out what they're going to be able to do with their cash. Here is when it was engulfing to the long side. Here is when it cleared the 50 days. So for now, people are just being a little careful. So all in all, you know what? Above the 8 and 21 day, you try and be long. Right now, the Dow, the S&P, all these sectors are just trying to pull back to it.
Today, oil prices fell 3% on the worry of oversupply issue. I want to get your, what is your take on today's crude move, and what is the level you're watching?
Well, 10:30, the number came out. It was supposed to be, in theory, bullish for oil. So for those of you on the VTF, I actually was buying the USO, I think at like 1160, thinking that, okay, bullish number besides the cutbacks, besides a stronger trend, let me be a buyer. And I said, I'll put a stop at the low of the day. So it was calculated. You look at the USO, that couldn't rally then, gave you a pretty sharp move to the downside. So at this point, again, you have upper levels. This upper level broke. This gap has now been filled. So, the question is, does it have more downside? We've seen this before. But at this point, I would say some upper momentum's lost. But just like some of the other sectors, here is your 21 day. After the Fed day tends to sometimes be the opposite of the day of, and it tends to be a trend day. So, that's why I don't think a lot of people, if like this was an ordinary day, I think a lot of people would be going out short because it's an engulfing day one down. But we've seen so many times on Fed day, big down day. Okay,
right.
And then the next day you open up and then it squeezes everyone and keeps the course. So I'm going home flat. And I also have my Christmas party tonight. And, we'll figure it out tomorrow. It's been a nice run, so I want to make sure the market proves that these upper levels hold without a bit more of shaking the tree.